Hi everyone, welcome back to my kitchen. I'm Jacqueline and this is Low Carblish, the channel where we make low carb versions of our favorite high carb foods. Today we're starting our Motivation Monday series, and so we're going to do a quote and then we're going to have a really nice, very low carb meal today. And the quote that I picked today is by Maya Angelou, and it says, "If you spend all of your time trying to be normal, you'll never know how amazing you can be." And I just love that quote because I think that it kind of speaks to what we're trying to do here. Is we're going against the norm with our eating, and people may look at us and think that we're not normal, but we're actually getting to the most normal place we can be by being amazing and doing what other people won't do. So today we are going to make a tilapia fish dish, and it's going to have mayonnaise and pesto sauce on it. And we're going to cook the mayo and the pesto on top of the fish, and it's going to be really tender and juicy and delicious when it comes out. And we're also going to saute some pecans to go over top of it. And this is super simple. I am using jarred pesto sauce today, and you can totally make your own pesto sauce, and I do that sometimes. Macy Grace, we're filming. Thank you. Okay, let's take a break. And I often make my own pesto sauce, but lately I've been having a problem finding pine nuts in my area. So today I'm using jarred pesto sauce, and it's good. I like it, and it'll totally work for this recipe. So, and also if you do buy a jarred pesto and you're not going to use it up within a week or so, you can put those into individual servings in little ice tray cubes and freeze them and then pop them into a Ziploc bag, and it'll work great, and then you'll have a little bit of meal prep done ahead of time. So we're going to get started with this. Let me go and get my spray, because I'm going to spray my little pan here. I'll be right back. And I need to find my tongs. I think I left my tongs over. So y'all, I am not super organized today. Y'all forgive me. But we're going to get it done. So you're just going to spray your pan. And let me get my tongs here. And these tilapia fillets, I really like them. Some people don't. This recipe will work with any fish. It's good on salmon. It's good on haddock. I mean, any fish that's not like super powerful flavor-wise, this will work on. So all we're going to do here, and I've got 3 tablespoons of mayonnaise, and don't worry about the measurements. I'll put everything down in the description with the macros and everything too. And I'm just going to mix the pesto in with the mayo. And I like to salt and pepper my fish before I get going. I just prefer to flavor the fish before I put all of the different toppings and stuff on it. And it's not a lot, but it's enough that makes a difference to me, so that's what I do. But you do you, boo-boo. So if you prefer to, salt and pepper afterwards, you go ahead. But I just always put mine on first. And it's the salt and pepper to taste. There's not enough calories or carbs to worry about. And so we're just going to mix the pesto in with the mayonnaise. And this is 1/4 of a cup of pesto sauce, and I think I said 3 tablespoons of mayonnaise. So this sauce that I'm making here is more than I'm going to need for these 2 pieces of fish. And I'm just going to put it in the refrigerator, and I'll use it on something over the next day or 2. But I'm probably only going to be using about half of what I've got here for this fish. And then you just dollop it on your fish. And Macy Grace has decided she's going to come supervise a little more. She's started a new behavior, which is just standing in the room barking at me for no apparent reason. And she does it whether she's gone out and had her food or whatever. And I think that what she's doing is asking for attention and lovies. Because when she gets like that and she won't stop, if I follow her, she goes to the sofa, which is where we normally snuggle, and just sits there like she wants love and stuff. So most of the time I can accommodate her, but when she starts it and we're filming, I have to just kind of get her to stop barking, and Jenny will toss her a treat or whatever which is not good because we're rewarding that behavior, but we're working on it. Okay, so this is it, you guys. That's all you're looking for. And this fish is going to be so tasty and so delicious when it comes out of the oven. I've got my oven heating at 350 degrees. It's going to take about 25 minutes for this to cook. And I'm going to put this in the oven, and then we're going to saute the pecans. Macy, get down. Jenny's trying to film. Just a minute. Sorry about that, y'all. So I'm going to put this in the oven at 350. We're going to cook it for about 25 minutes. And then I'm going to saute the pecans on the stove, and when the fish comes out of the oven, we're going to put some of the pecans on top of the fish, and it is delicious. So let me stick this in the oven, and I'll be back in just a few minutes. Okay, everybody, so we're getting ready to do the pecan topping for these fish fillets, and they're going to be ready. The timer will be going off here in about 3 minutes. I've got my heat on the pan a little bit above medium, kind of medium high, and I decided I'm going to put a little minced garlic in mine. You can totally leave this step out. I just like garlic. I like it with this dish, so I'm going to go ahead and put some garlic in there. And I've got 2 tablespoons of butter here, and I'm just going to melt the butter in the pan and zhuzh that around with the garlic when it melts here. And then we'll put the pecans in and saute them and everything, and then we'll put them on top of the fish, and we'll be having a delicious fish lunch. Okay, y'all, so I've got the butter and the garlic in the pan, and it's melting, and we're going to let it, cook on the medium high because I want to get that perfume from the garlic going on. And I'm just adding the pecans in, and I'm not going to do any salt or pepper in this because the butter is salted, and we want the flavor from the garlic and the pecans to kind of marry. And I know some people think this is a weird combination, but it works for me, and I know a lot of people that really like it. So if you've never tried it before, give it a try. If you're not a garlic fan, if you're not a garlic fan, just leave it out. But just saute the pecans in regular butter and rock and roll from there. And our timer is going to be going off here in just a minute, and we're going to be pulling the fish out of the oven, and we'll top it off. So I'm going to grab a plate, and I'll be back in just a minute. Okay, y'all, so the pecans and the butter and the garlic are ready. This doesn't take but just a minute. If you'll notice, the garlic's already browning up, and the brown butter and garlic and pecans are just really good. So I'm going to set that off the heat, and we're going to pull our fish out of the oven here. And it is done perfectly. Grab a spatula here. And y'all, I'm telling you, this stuff is so tender and so juicy. It is really, really good. There's 110 calories in the fish, and then I'll leave the calories down for the pesto sauce, but it's going to be under 50 calories per slice. And then just come over here and get some pecans, and put your little pecans over your fish. And if you want to drizzle a little bit of that brown butter, it is also delicious. Just have to be careful. I am not super talented at that, but there we go. And that's it, guys. That is your pesto mayo tilapia with pecans. We're going to get a fork here, and we're going to taste it. And we're going to be in fish heaven. Let's see. I mean, this fish is just super, super moist. And I got to cool it off because I burned my mouth off. Macy wants a piece. Macy, baby girl. You guys, it's so good. So guys, this really is delicious, and it is a great alternative to some of the more higher calorie, high carb foods. And so I try to incorporate as much fish as I can into my diet because I'm still trying to lose weight. I'm still trying to get my numbers lower than they are. And so fish is a really great way to do that. But just because we're eating fish doesn't mean we have to eat plain boring fish. So I hope you guys will try this. If you like the content that you see here, I'd appreciate it if you hit that little like button for me, because it really does help people that have just been diagnosed to find my channel. If you like the recipes here, I'd love it if you would subscribe and hit that little notification bell, and that way you'll never miss another recipe that we have coming out. So I know 2022 is going to be our best year to date, and I'm saying to me and to you, 2022, here we come. We're in this together and we're going to make it. So thanks for coming by. I hope you try the fish, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye.